Hello, folks. Welcome back to the Dugout Football channel. I have decided to do this very, very quick live stream to get my match week 9 championship predictions out because I have to basically get these out because literally I've ran out of time to obviously record a video, so decided to get these out as soon as possible. Guys, I know this is a little bit short notice, but please like, share, and subscribe. Do what you can to support the channel. I'll be live again at 6 o'clock with Sweet and Sour Soccer doing Liverpool against Wolves. So I'm going to do this very, very quickly. So if you are getting your comments in, then obviously thank you very much, and I will get to them as soon as I can. So Championship Week 7. Because obviously I've been away, I've not been able to update tables or etc. like that. March week 7, I had a fantastic week, an absolutely fantastic week. I got 16 points, 3 perfect scores. Preston to beat Coventry 1-0. Watford to beat Middlesbrough by 2-1, and also Wigan 1, West Brom 1. So that was that. And I beat everybody in the comments. I think the highest scorer was actually Shane O'Donnell and Nathan, both getting 11 points. For match week 8, a little bit bad. I got 5 points. Another perfect score, though. So I'm keeping up my run of perfect scores a week. Let's just say that. I did get red in Stoke. Absolutely spot on. Top scorer in the comments was Reece Gaming Arena, and he got 14 points. So very, very well done to Reece Gaming Arena. But as I said, I do have to get these out quick and possible. So basically, what to do after the video is obviously leave a like and obviously leave your predictions in the comment section down below with the games that are going across the bottom of your screen. Ravi is in. Big up, Ravi. Thank you very much for tuning in, my friend. Obviously, I will be live again at 6 o'clock with Sweet and Sour Soccer as well. So just getting these quickly done before that. Friday's game, we have Burnley against Norwich City. And this is a very, very interesting game because Burnley will be going off the back of a 1-1 draw with West Brom. And I think in the manner of things, they'll probably be disappointed to go away with a point. I think in the end, probably West Brom did deserve something out of the game. So I am looking at this game, and I am thinking that Burnley will be looking to obviously win at home. They are obviously at home against Norwich City. Norwich City 3-0 win against Coventry. Very, very impressive performance from Norwich City. And they are starting to look like their old selves, aren't they? They are starting to look like their old selves in the Championship. They certainly are. But as a Turf Moor, Norwich have struggled at Turf Moor in the past. And I have a feeling this is going to be a 2-1 win to Burnley. I think Burnley will win this one and go on and win this one. But yeah, 2-1 to the Clarets in that one. And when we move, there's a comment there. Ilias is in. Hello, Ilias. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you are good. And I'll move on to the next game, which is Birmingham City. Excuse me, Birmingham City against Swansea City. Both of these sides enjoying very, very impressive wins. Birmingham beating Preston by 1-0 last time out, which was quite surprising because that's Preston's first defeat and the first time they've kind of conceded a goal this season. So it was always going to take something to beat them, and it was obviously a Birmingham City win. So very, very well done to Birmingham City. Swansea picked up their second win. They managed to beat QPR, I think it was. Was it QPR? Was it QPR? I think it was QPR. Let me just double check. Sorry. Yes, they beat QPR by 1-0. It was indeed. So it's definitely one of those things. Anyway, Ilias, I'm good, mate. I'm good, thank you. Birmingham 1, Swansea 2. Very interesting. Yeah. I don't know what way Birmingham City are going at the moment. Because very good win against Preston. Let's just say that. Very, very good win against Preston. Swansea, hopefully that will sort of kickstart their season now. They definitely need to get wins from somewhere, don't they, Swansea? Their away form is not the best, as we all know. But I look at this Swansea side and I look at this Birmingham City side, and I can really only see Swansea going to the St Andrews and winning this one. I'm going to go 1-0 Swansea. I'm, I'm going to go 1-0 to Swansea City in that one as well. Shane's going for 2-1 Swansea, which is very, very interesting indeed. Blackpool against Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough beat Sunderland by 1-0. Blackpool beat Huddersfield by 1-0. But when we get to Huddersfield, I will be talking about that goal, which wasn't given, obviously. It wasn't given, was it? I will say this now. Blackpool have really impressed me so far this season. I thought they were going to be the ones and one of those ones that were going to struggle, but I have to say they have actually started pretty well. Blackpool, they have started very, very well. In all honesty, Middlesbrough sort of starting to get wins now. Obviously, a 2-1 win over Swansea previously, and then a 1-0 win over Sunderland. Obviously, going into that, a 1-0 defeat to Reading. But, they are starting to get wins, definitely, from somewhere. And I think, as well, you have to look at Middlesbrough. And I said that they were one of the favourites to, go up, for sure. And I think Chris Wilder's side is now starting to show that. They are starting to show that. Blackpool are very good at home. Very good at home. I know they lost to Blackburn. They're a bit weak there. But they are very, very good at home. So, but for this one, I just think Middlesbrough are starting to get their form. They're starting to get their form going, and I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Middlesbrough in this one. I think I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Middlesbrough. There's no other comments at the moment. And we'll move on to Bristol City against Preston North End. Bristol City, how did they do last mid-game week? Bristol City had a 3-2 win over Blackburn. Very, very impressive result. That one, Preston, as I've said, lost 1-0 to Birmingham at Deepdale. So, this is a very, very interesting game. As you said, Bristol City did, beat Blackburn 3-2, I think it was. And it was a very, very good performance from Bristol City. It really, really was. And I look at this game and I'm just thinking that Preston have just lost a game, so they'll definitely want to bounce back. Bristol City, you don't know what you're going to get with them. So I am going to go 1-1 draw. I can't separate these two. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw between the sides. We go for Cardiff City against Hull City now in Wales. Cardiff lost 2-0 to Millwall and are not looking very, very tasty at the moment. Hull City did lose 2-0 to Sheffield United. But Cardiff, they're just sitting outside the relegation zone. Same old problems for them. They can't score goals. They cannot score goals. They can't defend either, you'd have to say. But Hull City, disappointing result against Sheffield United. I think that was their first defeat at home, actually, if I seem to remember as well. But Hull City are going well. They are going very, very well. And, the more I look at this game, the more I can see Hull City winning this game. So I think it's going to be a long afternoon for Cardiff. I think the firepower of Hull is going to take them through here. And I'm going to go for a 2-0 win to Hull City against Cardiff. Big up, mate, you cheating bastard. Hope you're well. Thank you, John. Yeah, I'm good. I'm just getting through these very, very quickly because I am again live actually at 6 o'clock for the Wolves preview. So I'll obviously be doing that as well. So, but thank you very much for tuning in. But yeah, I'm going to go for a 2-0 win to Hull City in this one. Coventry City against West Brom. Coventry off the back of a 3-0 defeat to Norwich City. West Brom getting a very good point in the end. Thomas Asante, a very, very interesting signing, I have to say. Brandon Thomas Asante. He got the equaliser goal against Burnley, which was a very, very good finish. It was as well. But Coventry, they are back at the Rico. I know they lost to Preston the last time, but I look at that and West Brom are hitting this. Let's be honest. They are hitting this. I think as soon as Coventry get a run of games going, I think you'll start to see them slowly going up the table. I think you'll slowly see them going up the table, if I'm being totally honest in that one. If I'm being honest, I can only see a Coventry win in this one. I think they'll be too strong for West Brom. And I am going to go for a 2-1 win to Coventry City. I just think that Coventry City just need to get wins from somewhere. They just need to get wins from somewhere. But I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Coventry. And as John says, look forward to it, mate. Thank you, mate. I'm looking forward to it as well. So we'll go to two sides who have been disappointing, I think. QPR, I mean, I thought they would have been right up there. I thought they would have been well up the table, unfortunately, but it just hasn't happened for them. QPR, they lost 1-0 to Swansea. Huddersfield lost 1-0 to Blackpool, but yet again, goal line technology has not been their friend. A goal that was legitimate, but it wasn't picked up by the goal line technology. It is a goal. Quite simple as that. It is a goal. The goalkeeper has, palmed it away from the goal line. It is a goal. As well. So Huddersfield will be disappointed with that. QPR very disappointed 1-0 defeat against Swansea. But I look at this game and I actually fear for Huddersfield. If they don't do something fast, Danny Schofield was an interesting appointment. Let me just say that. But I've just got a feeling they're going to get beat again. I've just got a feeling they will get beat. I'm going to go QPR 3, Huddersfield 0. I think QPR will just run rings around Huddersfield, and it's not looking good for Danny Schofield and Huddersfield Town at the moment, is it? So, 3-0 to QPR in that one. Sheffield United against Rotherham. Sheffield United got a very good 2-0 win away at Hull. Rotherham, very surprising. Very, very surprising indeed. A 1-1 draw with Watford. So, very, very impressive stuff. Wasn't it? But Sheffield United, I have had them to win the Championship this season, and it is looking good. It's looking good in that aspect. They're very good at home. Very, very impressive at home are Sheffield United. But Rotherham have to take a lot of credit because Rotherham are sitting in the playoff places, and who would have thought that at the start of the season? But I'm going to go for Sheffield United to win this one. I'm going to go for them to win by 2-0. I just think they'll be too strong at Bramall Lane. I just think that will be as well. Hello, Douglas Horn Diaz. I think QPR will win at home at Huddersfield Town. Get well soon, the UK Queen. Yeah, I know. QPR are at home. I expect them to win. 3-0 QPR is reasonable. Yes, it could happen. Sheffield United 1, Rotherham 0. Well, Rotherham ever win more matches where you don't expect? I know that they've surprised me. They really, really have. And Sheffield United 3, Rotherham 0, says Shane. Says Shane as well. Let me just get that comment off as well. We'll move on to the next game. When we move on to Stoke City against Luton Town. Interesting. Stoke losing 2-1 to Reading, which is very, very interesting. Alex Neil is still looking for his first win as Stoke manager. I think that's right. Let me just see. Actually, Alex Neil is still looking for his first win as Stoke manager. And at the moment, Luton Town, you thought they were very, very good at home last season, but this season they've been very poor at Kenilworth Road. It's quite a surprise, but they seem to be better away from home than they are at home at the moment. But Stoke City just need to get a win from somewhere. I don't think it's going to be this weekend, though. Luton Town are very, very good, very well organised. I've got a feeling it's going to be a 1-1 draw between these sides. And Alex Neil's still looking for his first win as a Stoke boss as well. Stoke City 0, Luton Town 1 on the former Stoke manager winning against your friend Alex Neil. Yeah, that's true. Former player manager at Hamilton Accies. Yes, that is very, very true. Ballum, indeed. It certainly is. Now we move on to Sunderland against Millwall. Sunderland, yes. 1-0 defeat to Middlesbrough, which was very, very disappointing for them. Obviously, if anybody's not seen the news, Marcus Stewart, remember him? Ex-Ipswich, ex-Sunderland striker, has been diagnosed with motor neuron disease. So very, very sad to hear that. He was a fantastic player in his time in the Premier League. Well, obviously, the teams I've said that obviously Ipswich and Sunderland as well. So very, very sad news. Obviously, thoughts and prayers go out to his family. I didn't mean to drop my pen there. But this is very, very sad to see that as well. Millwall 2-0 win against Cardiff. Millwall pretty good at home, but away from home, they're not the best. They're not the best. And Sunderland, I mean, they did beat Rotherham. They did beat Rotherham in their Tony Mowbray's first game in charge. Losing to Middlesbrough was disappointing as well. But you'd have to say, I would fancy Sunderland to win this one. I would fancy them to beat Midday Millwall. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Sunderland. I think Sunderland will win that one pretty straightforward, but we'll see. Scottish football is Timpo has no money. Apparently, Scottish League has no money, and the 50 year of English football National League has more money. Watched the Hamilton Accies playoff win a few years ago to go into the SPL. Sunderland 1 Millwall 1 a draw, I think. Tony Mowbray, a local appointment. Yeah, I think it's a good appointment. I think it is a very good appointment. He's a good manager. He is a good manager. But yeah, I'm going to go Sunderland 2, Millwall 1. And now we have, let's have a look, Watford against Reading. Watford 1-1 draw with Rotherham, which is disappointing, you'd have to say. Disappointing as a Watford fan. You'd be disappointed with that. Reading 2-1 win over Stoke. So Reading continue to be very, very good at home. But when they're away, they're pretty poor. They are pretty poor, especially to trips as such as Rotherham beating them 4-0, for example. That was a shocker, a shocker and a half. But Watford, Vicarage Road. I mean, there is a bit of spice between these two. Obviously, we all remember the ghost goal that Stuart Atwell gave to Reading, and then obviously that game had to be replayed as well, which was quite surprising. But I think Watford will win this one. I think Watford will win this comfortably, and I'm going to go for a 3-0 win to Watford. I think Watford will win that one pretty comfortably by 3-0. Let's have a look. Wigan 1, Blackburn 0. Watford should win against Reading. Are you surprised that Reading started with the transfer embargo and everything? I am very, very surprised, and I didn't think that Paul Ince would be a good manager for them, but obviously it has it's back. Well, he's done very, very well, hasn't he? He has done very, very well indeed. And the last game to preview and predict is Wigan Athletic against Blackburn Rovers. Both of these sides on the end of, well, Wigan beat Luton, which is a very, very good result. Blackburn lost 3-2 to Stoke. How they've fallen, by the way, Blackburn. On a run now, I think it's something like 3 out of the last 4 defeats, which is not good. I know they beat Blackpool in between there, but I look at this Blackburn side, and surely they should be going to Wigan and winning. They should be. I'm going to go for a 3-1 win to Blackburn. I think they will be way too comfortable in that game. So we will see what happens anyway. Reading be your friend, Paul Ince. Did you know the Reading owner former clubs 2 million in Belgium and China will be bankrupt? No, I didn't. Completely gone. Reading fans are worried. Can you buy Reading FC? Take care, bro. Thanks for the live. I will be actually live. I'll be actually live in about 27 minutes again. I'm live at 6 for the Wolves preview. So obviously tune in for that. When is the Wolves preview? It is 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. So I will go for my predictions very, very quickly. And as I said, get your predictions in the comments for these following games that are going across the bottom of your screen. So very, very quickly, I've gone Burnley 2, Norwich City 1. Birmingham City 0, Swansea City 1. Blackpool 1, Middlesbrough 2. Bristol City 1, Preston 1. Cardiff City 0, Hull City 2. Coventry City 2, West Brom 1. QPR 3, Huddersfield 0. Sheffield United 2, Rotherham United 0. Stoke City 1, Luton Town 1. Sunderland 2, Millwall 1. Watford 3, Reading 0. And Wigan Athletic 1, Blackburn Rovers 3. So there we go. There are my Week 9 predictions. Glad to get this out on a live as well. But what I want you to do now is like the video, subscribe if you are new, and obviously leave your predictions for Week 9 as well. It does mean a lot as well. What's this? Bologna want Thiago Motta as manager, 6 p.m. LFC Wolves live. Yes, absolutely as well. Guys, thank you very much for watching. And be back in about 25 minutes because I will be live with Liverpool against Wolves match preview. I'll see you then. Take care. Oops, it is it. Let me just do that. But Yes, join me in basically 26 minutes of time for the Liverpool against Wolves preview. And I will see you very, very soon. Very, very soon, in fact. 25 minutes time. I will see you then. Take care. Bye-bye for now.